LARPer, huh? I'm really tired of this discourse. It's 2026, and we're still pretending like Sheva Alomar was what was bad about Resident Evil 5. It wasn't Sheva's fault the game AI was bad, guys. If you played as Sheva, Chris also had bad AI. I'm sorry if you've never had the opportunity to play Resident Evil 5 with a co-op partner, but that's the way the game was meant to be played, instead of relying on the AI. And I want a new Sheva game, because I like Sheva. She's gorgeous, she's a badass, just like every other Resident Evil protagonist. She wasn't in the first 2 trailers for Resident Evil 5. Sheva Alomar was introduced after people started saying that the game looked racist, and I'm not going to tackle that subject in this video because that could be a whole thing on its own, and I would rather focus on Sheva because she deserves it. She's Capcom's most underutilized Resident Evil protagonist. Yes, even more so than like Rebecca or Billy. You know, at least they had like full stories to themselves. Sheva is like just tacked on to Chris's campaign. But at the same time, she's a very determined character. She has like a great moral sense of justice, just like the original 4 Resident Evil characters. She's duty-bound and loyal. She sticks with Chris the entire adventure to go help him rescue his friend. Sheva is bound and determined to make sure the people who are responsible for infecting these innocent civilians are brought to justice. There's several moments in the campaign where Chris is trying to push her away and go off on his own, and Sheva insists on staying with him and helping him out. She's an awesome character, and I wish we had more of her. You know, it's been 17 years since the last Sheva game, and we've only ever had the one. You know, Sheva being a member of the BSAA, there's a lot of room for storytelling there. We could be globetrotting with her or going on to another adventure in Africa with her. We could literally go anywhere in the world with Sheva. So in Resident Evil 8, Chris has a whole new group with him called the Wolfhound Squad, and Sheva's not a part of that either. Resident Evil 8 introduced an entire plot line at the very tail end, like a cliffhanger, where the BSAA are manufacturing BOWs. And I thought, oh cool, the BSAA got referenced. Well, maybe we'll see Sheva in a future Resident Evil game. And so far, they haven't done anything with that plotline. I like Resident Evil Requiem, but it has nothing to do with that plotline. And Wolfhound Squad shows up at the end, and there's a tease for a possible DLC. Please, put Sheva in the DLC for Resident Evil 9. I don't care if people would flip out and be like, no, I want Leon. I don't care. We had an entire campaign with Leon. Put Sheva in the DLC for Resident Evil 9. Make her a character again. I want Sheva to be working with Wolfhound Squad in the Resident Evil 9 DLC. Or she's a mole on the inside of BSAA serving Chris intel about why the BSAA is working on bioweapons. I don't know, man. I just want a new Sheva game, or a Sheva DLC, or a Sheva movie, anything Sheva, because I like Sheva.
We're partners. To the end. Now let's get moving.